Clipping your master bus will allow you to create masters that are distorted, warm, aggressive, punchy, and present. In this video, I'm going to show you how to correctly clip your master bus step by step. Hey, my name's Charles Hoffman. If you're interested in music production tutorials and gear roundups, consider subscribing to the Black Ghost Audio YouTube channel. Audio clipping is a form of waveform distortion that occurs when an amplifier tries to produce an output voltage beyond its capability. Visually, in an audio file, the transients of the waveform are flattened. Take a quick listen to how clipping sounds when applied correctly at a mastering level. Clipping your masters just involves boosting the level of your master bus fader, right? Technically, doing this will clip the audio signal you hear, but there's a major flaw in applying clipping in this way. Your DAW processes audio in a 32-bit floating point work environment, which retains audio information above 0 decibels. This means that it's quite difficult to accidentally clip your audio within your DAW. When you run 32-bit audio with information above 0 decibels out of your DAW and through your audio interface's DA converter, information above 0 decibels will clip. The main point to keep in mind here is that when you try to clip your master bus by boosting the master fader, your audio will clip once it hits your DA converter, but not within your DAW. It's unlikely that you'll end up bouncing 32-bit floating point audio files for distribution, but if you did, someone could potentially apply a limiter to your track that would remove the effects of clipping before it hit their DA converter. You'll probably be bouncing 16-bit or 24-bit fixed point audio files. Unlike 32-bit files, 16-bit and 24-bit files can't save data above 0 decibels, meaning any audio information above 0 decibels will clip when you bounce your masters. The problem is that you won't know what the clipping applied by the export process sounds like until you bounce the files. On top of having no control over how clipping is applied, it's time-consuming to keep bouncing and auditioning your masters in this way. To apply clipping within your DAW and accurately audition its effects before bouncing your masters, you'll need a limiter and a clipper plugin. I've included affiliate links to the plugins you'll need to clip your master bus in the description down below. If you make a purchase after clicking one of these links, Black Ghost Audio will earn some money to create more helpful content just like this. I recommend using FabFilters Pro L2 and Kazrag's K-Clip 3. FabFilters Pro L2 is one of the more popular limiters on the market due to its range of features that include multiple compression algorithms and 7.1 surround sound support. Kazrag was nice enough to hook me up with their K-Clip 3 plugin, which has quickly turned into one of my favorite clipper plugins. Apply the Pro L2 to your master bus as you normally would while mastering. Dial in your settings to achieve the tone you're looking for, but don't apply dither at this point. You'll be applying dither later on. Reduce the output level of the Pro L2 to -1 decibel to provide your master with enough headroom to survive the process of transcoding when uploaded to streaming services. You should do this normally even when you don't plan to clip your masters. Leaving 1 decibel of headroom will result in less distortion when your masters are converted into codec formats like MP3 or AAC and played at reduced bit rates. Apply Kazrag's K-Clip 3 to your master bus after your limiter. A limiter is typically the last device you add to a mastering chain since it prevents your signal from exceeding 0 decibels, but there are situations in which you'll put another device last. K-Clip can prevent your signal from reaching above 0 decibels with its ceiling function while clipping your signal within your DAW. Keep in mind that the effects of clipping can be rather harsh, so it's often best to control your mix with a limiter before clipping your master bus. Enable K-Clip's ceiling function and set it to -1 decibel to provide yourself with 1 decibel of headroom. The ceiling is a non-oversampled clipper that stops peaks at the native sample rate, keeping traditional meters happy. Having previously set the Pro L2 ceiling to -1 decibel, you'll now be making level-matched A/B comparisons when you bypass K-Clip. You're now ready to drive your signal through K-Clip to clip it. Increase K-Clip's input gain until you've clipped the signal to your liking. When doing this, you want to balance loudness and aggression with low-end clarity. Your bass is one of the first elements in your mix to fall apart when you're clipping your master, so listen critically to ensure you aren't overdoing this effect. For reference purposes, K-Clip 3 includes a meter that tells you how much your audio signal is clipping. Genres like dubstep, trap, and metal that typically contain distorted low-end elements are often capable of being clipped harder than genres that rely on low-end clarity. Experiment with clipping different styles of music, and you'll quickly discover when it's appropriate to clip your master bus. Automate your clipper on and off. Some people like to drive their limiter a bit harder during the choruses or drops in their songs. You can achieve a similar effect using a clipper plugin. By default, keep K-Clip 3 bypassed. During the drops of your song, use an automation lane to enable K-Clip. You'll notice that your drops feel noticeably more impactful in comparison to your buildups. Dither when you export your master. FabFilters Pro L2 provides the option to apply dither, which is low-level noise that prevents audio artifacts from occurring when exporting your music at reduced bit depths. The issue here is that dither is always meant to be applied at the very end of your master chain, but the Pro L2 isn't the last plugin in this situation. You'll need to apply dither when exporting your audio file from your DAW. Ableton provides the option to apply dither when exporting, but if your DAW doesn't provide this feature, you can apply dither using a second instance of FabFilters Pro L2 with dither engaged and no other processing applied. If you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Black Ghost Audio. In the comment section down below, you'll find a link to enter our giveaways. We give away tons of music production software and hardware, so it's definitely something you should check out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Dark Wrath.